Hi, welcome back. If you have been just following along, this is Christy, and I've been doing some intermittent fasting cycles that go from one to the next in order to help promote weight loss. So, yes, today now is the end of my 24-hour fast. It's about 6 o'clock, so we're going to be waiting till about 8 o'clock to go ahead and actually break the fast. I did a little bit of a weigh-in. Now I was trying to do a little bit cleaner with every node this time. Last time I had some rosehip and hibiscus tea, and that caused me to gain some weight back during the fast that I felt like that just wasn't like because I was like completely hydrated. It felt like a little bit just because of the citrus in the tea. So today I stuck with my green tea and my ginger turmeric tea, and of course drank tons of water. Had like 3 cups of tea and probably about a gallon of water today. And I still lost a pound. So I weigh 149 now. We'll be breaking with bone broth. Another one thing that I did, I made my bone broth a little bit differently this time. I'm still adjusting the recipes, so I might in the future add a beef bone to it every time anyway. But because it's not like that time of month for me right now, I just went ahead and used the chicken wings instead. So it's a pure chicken wing broth, and that's going to be dinner tonight. Now, because again, I'm doing this over the weekend, and so I have all day tomorrow off, and so I can be, just kind of lightly cleaning, doing my yoga, taking care of, my cardio and stuff. I really don't anticipate me being as hungry tomorrow as I was last week because of this. Because last week it was on a Monday, I was running all over town, I was just like starving, like not starving, but I ended up having like more bone broth than I anticipated. Usually I'll have like a breakfast, lunch, and dinner bone broth kind of schedule, and I feel fine, I feel great. But because I was expending so much energy, I literally finished all my bone broth. I didn't even have enough to make soup. I had to make my pea soup from a different bone broth from before that I'd had. And actually it was already all made and in the freezer. So I do a lot of portioning and freezing and reheating so that I don't have to constantly be making stuff. I think this is going to be a little bit cleaner for that reason. I might even skim more of the fat off, although even though I didn't really skim it, I kind of did once it was pouring out. When I was pouring it into the pan, I literally didn't have I didn't like mix in the fat intentionally. So if like a chunk fell in, I would let it, but like otherwise no. So this one's going to be a little bit different. I'm going to have more strained just chicken broth, and I anticipate that to kind of create a more clean downwind tomorrow, where we're going to see the most of the weight loss is actually during the meaty mode. And that's why I like to extend it, longer than 24 hours. For one, it's easy to do. And for two, it's just nice. That's where the bulk of your weight loss ends up happening. This is the I keep saying it the wrong way, the autophagy part. And so what we're trying to do is do deep cellular repair. So like I've been struggling with this like kind of chest cold thing. And even though I also quit smoking, I'm hoping that the fast kind of starts to help me, recoup in my lungs. I'm going to continue to smoke much less. I'm trying to design exactly what kind of routine I want to have, but I'm thinking like either once a month or once a week, maybe make it part of my cycling, when I'm home doing my fast or something, that's when I'm allowed to smoke and otherwise not, or something. Because for me, this is a big deal. This isn't just about weight loss. This is about control. This is about dopamine regulation. This is about helping me with my overall ADHD symptoms and giving me a better schedule. It does help give me like a neurological and a gut reset, which it feels so wonderful. As much as I was happy to be eating everything yesterday, that pot pie made me feel kind of sick. And I ended up scooping out most of the insides and leaving like the last of the crust because it was just like bleh. And that was after 6 days of not eating carbs. So I'm starting to see the sensitivity in me. I'm definitely gonna, try to buckle down and not do a sloppy finish to this week. I'm definitely going to try to stick to sourdough carbs, obviously, because I mean, they're just way different for your gut health and everything. So I feel like I'm going to have no problem losing the 5 pounds. I'm encouraged by the fact that I already lost a pound, although I am going to, catch up on my water to make sure I don't lose any more than that. We really don't want to encourage weight loss that's actually water loss, that's actually muscle loss. Any of that stuff is completely inappropriate. That, and also I think I did my yoga routine workout like twice last week, and I did my cardio like 4 times last week. So I'm going to try to hit my goals there this time. I always just kind of track myself, so I am going to try to do at least 5 days of cardio and at least 5 days of the yoga app, which, it's not really much of a yoga app, but it's cheap, so I like using Yoga Slim. As a recap again, if you want something that's more of a yoga app, Aloe Moves is probably the top, followed by Yoga International, and Gaia. Those are two pretty much on par with each other, but they're more expensive. If you're a serious yogi, those are really great also, though. So if you are following along, thank you for coming around, and I hope it's working as well for you. If you have any questions, feel free to make them in the comment section. Cheers.